Welcome back to Chef Super Chido. Today we're going to make cheesy chorizo tacos. I came up with this recipe because one day I didn't have eggs and certain ingredients. So I just started looking through my refrigerator and my cabinets and just came up with this. So watch and learn and don't get burned. Now, we're going to need 1 onion, 2 Roma tomatoes, 1 pound of chorizo, 6 strips of bacon, and 12 ounces of Canadian bacon. A lot of this stuff you can get at your local grocery store. Start slicing your onions, and these we want to dice very, very, very finely, as small as you can get them. Your tomatoes, we want them just like the onions, into nice little small squares. Same thing with the Canadian bacon. You can leave them a little chunky, they don't have to be that fine, but you get the picture. The bacon we want to cut into 1/8 of an inch squares. We want to grab our bacon, put it in the pan, and let it sizzle with an occasional stir. It's been about 8 minutes, it's almost ready. Now, we're going to grab the bacon and get all the excess oil off, and we're all going to put it in this bowl and save it for later. We want to keep as much grease in there as possible. Now, put in the onions in that bacon grease and stir. Same thing, stir occasionally. Make sure you get all that oil on there. Now for this magical ingredient, honey smoked habanero. You want to spray just a little bit on there because it's pretty hot. And stir again occasionally, but you want to get it all in there, mix it with the grease. Now, we're going to put a tablespoon of minced garlic. And again, stir it all around, let it get in there with the onions and the grease and that habanero spice. Now we're going to put in our Canadian bacon and again, mix it all around. Our occasional stir to blend all those flavors together. Now time for the tomatoes, potatoes. And of course, now we put in our bacon. And again, mix all this together and let all those flavors blend in. Now let's put the chorizo in. Let it sizzle, let it get greasy, and again, break this all up, move it around. Mix all that in there. While that's going on, warm up your refried beans, and again, if you don't have any, use canned beans, it's okay. Give it one last stir. And now, time to put all the ingredients we just mixed up in the other pan in with the chorizo. And again, mix all that in there, make sure all those flavors blend in properly. And again, watch and learn and don't get burned. We're almost at the finish line. You know the drill. Pour in the beans and don't let them spill. Mix all those flavors together so we can go to our final and last step, because I'm getting hungry. Now, this is our final step. Well, almost final step. You want to pour just a little bit of cheese in there, just a little bit. And you want to mix it all around. That way it gets that cheesy flavor. Now for our last step before we make some tacos. Put in a good amount of cheese. Again, this is to your liking. You can put the whole bag if you want, but get a good amount, at least to cover, all our ingredients. And then we're gonna wanna cover it. After covering it, you wanna let it sit in there for about 5 minutes or until the cheese is melted or it gets a little crispy. So there you have it. Cheesy chorizo tacos with refried beans. So, Chef Super Chill does it again. As always, watch and learn, and don't get burned.